We recently wrapped up the 2024 Olympics in Paris. The U.S. women won gold in football, the first since 2012. One gem to come from the tournament is the official nickname of the front attacking three of Swanson, Smith, and Rodman. There's no doubt Triple Espresso, Mallory Swanson, Sophia Smith, and Trinity Rodman are a force to be reckoned with, but in this review, we looked at how the USA won gold. Was it this triple threat at the front of their attack, or was it their rock-solid defense? Is Triple Espresso really the reason USWNT won Olympic gold? Let's see. Now we're going to see how USA stacked up throughout the tournament. On the attack, the U.S. women scored a total of 12 goals in all 6 Olympic matches. USA were the team to score the most goals at the tournament. The next highest team at 9 goals were Spain and Germany. Of note, each of these 3 teams played 6 matches. 9 or 75% of these USA goals were scored in the group stage, with only 1 goal scored per knockout round match. So 1 in the quarterfinal, 1 in the semifinal, and 1 in the final, for a total of 3 goals for USA. Now, in the group stage, the potential for goals scored was always likely to be higher for the U.S. Zambia's attack is their strength, with their defense widely known to be their Achilles heel. Zambia conceded the most goals of the tournament at 13, and that is without them advancing out of the group stage. In the U.S.'s match against Germany, USA scored 4 goals. The scoreline is a bit misleading, though. This was a much closer match than it may seem. The 4-1 scoreline doesn't show the fight U.S. women had to put in to secure the 3 points from this match. Australia was the final match for USA in the group stage. Australia needed to at least draw to have a chance to advance to the quarterfinals. The Matildas stuck in to defend for their life, only having 28% of possession, with Mackenzie Arnold making 7 saves to keep their hopes alive. Kennedy's stoppage time goal gave them hope, but they couldn't find the equalizer in the remaining few minutes. This was not necessarily an easy match for USA to win. There's no denying the firepower of Triple Espresso. Mal Swanson was the leader in the tournament for goals plus assists at 6, with 4 goals and 2 assists, with Sophia Smith tied with Katoto and Barbara Banda at 5 goals plus assists for the second, and Trinity Rodman with 4 goals plus assists alongside Perriello, Gwynn, and Catley for third place. Swanson was third for non-PK goals per 90 at 0.69, only behind Katoto at 1.36 and Barbara Banda at 1.33. For shots on target, Smith, Rodman, and Swanson were all in the top 10 for the tournament, with Smith on top at 12, Rodman tied for 4th at 8, and Swanson with 7. Triple Espresso definitely proved to be a challenge for opposition defenses. So now let's take a look at the defensive end for the U.S. On the flip side of the goals scored, USWNT had a clean sheet for each of their 3 knockout stage matches. That is with the quarterfinal and semifinal matches requiring extra time. In the group stage, USWNT only conceded 2 goals, 1 from Germany and 1 from Australia. Alyssa Nair and Team USA were tied for the fewest goals allowed for the tournament at 2, with Canada also only conceding 2. Nair had a 91% save percentage, with 23 saves total. That 91% was the highest percentage of the tournament, the next closest from Germany, with Berger at 80.6%, making 26 saves and allowing 6 goals. No penalties were included in this. Looking at other defensive actions, USA were middling or bottom of the table, countering what we saw with goals conceded. For the tournament, USA was 7th for tackles at an average of 20.3 per match, and 7th for clearances at an average of 22 per match, and in last place, or 12th, for interceptions per match at 6.2. Some of this can be explained by the amount of possession that USA typically has in a match. USA was 3rd in the tournament for percentage of possession at 62.3%, behind France at 63.5%, and Spain at 76%. I'm pretty sure there's a saying about the best defense is a good offense, something like that, right? So, while the U.S. women may not have topped the tournament in defensive actions per se, they didn't often need to, as they typically possessed more of the ball in each of their matches than their opponents. An outlier in possession for the USA matches is the final against Brazil. USA only had 40% of possession for this entire match, with a noticeable decline in possession from the first half to the second half, with the first half at 44% possession and the second half at only 36%. The second half was more defensive once Mal Swanson scored the only goal of the match at the 57th minute. Looking at this chart, we can see the difference between the first and second halves for Team USA against Brazil in the final. This is why I feel the team defense is also a big factor in why USA won Olympic gold. The percentage and the defensive actions for the team increased for all variables in the second half, aside from aerial duels. The drop in aerial duels being one is likely attributable to one of Team USA's tallest outfield players at 5 feet 10 inches, Tierna Davidson, being subbed off at the 74th minute for Emily Sonnet, who only stands at 5 feet 7 inches. With all that said, were Triple Espresso key in Team USA's gold for the 2024 Olympics? Yes. Were they the reason they won gold? That seems unlikely. The team's defense was solid throughout the tournament, even with rotating players on the back line. And looking at the goals scored during the knockout stages, it's not like USA was going on big scoring sprees. It was really they were depending on their defense just to get them through. Sometimes you just have to win. You don't have to win pretty. So while Triple Espresso made the best 11 for the Olympic tournament, Naomi Girma also was included into the team of the tournament. Crystal Dunn made Team of the Week twice, with Horan and Coffey also making Team of the Week once for the Olympic tournament. It's a bit disappointing Nayer's contributions seem to have gone unnoticed in this tournament, but all this just shows the strength the U.S. women have on the attack and on the defensive ends of the pitch. Let us know down in the comments if you agree or not. If you enjoyed this type of content, please consider subscribing to our channel. Thanks!